Ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Morning Sprint. My name is Jaffney Gray, always bringing you the stories that you guys want to talk about, things that'll make you smile, things that make you see the good in bad situations, things that'll have you scratching your head, and sometimes things that will have your heart racing. For example, take a look at your screen. You've seen this viral video going around. I'm going to pause it right there. This moment, crazy situation out in Oklahoma, man. I tell you, this is going to be a big, strong indication and reason why people need to be careful when they see a state trooper or any kind of emergency vehicle or any vehicle in general parked on the side of the roadways. We're going to get into the details behind what exactly happened and how miraculously these people walked out uninjured, or in good condition. So, yeah, we're going to get to that bizarre situation. Again, a viral video that you've seen everywhere that literally will have you like, how in the world did that even happen? And thinking, is that guy okay? And shockingly, he got up just like the trooper he is. We're also going to talk about a lawsuit. I want to know your thoughts on this. Dunkin' Donuts is being sued for apparently or allegedly discriminating against people who are lactose intolerant. I got the details on that, and we're going to the comment section on what you guys have to say, your thoughts, and if you're just watching this, tell me, do you think this lawsuit holds water of any kind? And yeah, I'll get into that later on. And then last but not least, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl, and we want to know your picks. So if you could, go to our website right now and vote in our mega poll. We're trying to see who all is up for watching the Chiefs win or the 49ers win, or are you going to just watch the Super Bowl just for the commercials? We got a jam-packed show today. Right now, let's get right into our awareness. Of course, January is Cervical Awareness or Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. It was once the leading cause of cancer death for women in the U.S., but incidents have greatly reduced due to screenings and prevention. Since our last story that you've sent in questions about guidelines for pap smears, Aurelian Clinic OBGYN in Daleville, Dr. Heather Greer says that there is a lot of dynamic information in the market right now about recommendations.
So typically pap smear screening starts at 21, and then based on age and what was actually tested, what was screened, the recommendation is every 3 to 5 years. So our younger patient population, the women in the 21 to 29 age bracket, they're typically every 3 years. Our patients 30 to 65 is usually every 5 years.
Very important information right there. Additionally, she says pap smears are normally discontinued if a woman has a hysterectomy. In addition to talking to their doctor about how often they recommend you have a pap smear, Dr. Greer also recommends the Gardasil vaccine, which can prevent cervical cancer. So again, this is a silent killer. It's one of those things that we can prevent. We can try to work on as hard as possible. So all of our ladies out there, please go get yourself checked. Do not wait until the things get dire in the situation. So again, Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, raising awareness about an issue that is definitely something that's very prominent in our women population. All right, guys, got some sports news for you, man. Get this. The Hokies' 3-game winning streak is over. They lost to Duke last night in Blacksburg, 77-67 was the fast start for the Hokies. But the Blue Devils were like Duralast car batteries built to last. Indeed, they were. Their size altered the Tech's plans, offensively limiting them to 22% three-point shooting.
As I told our team, in this thing, sometimes the other team plays better than you do. And they played better than we did, obviously. They took us out of some things. They made it very difficult for us in some of our actions that we've been good with.
A lot of different guys stepped up. I think it was our defense. To hold this team to 6 threes is not easy. I can promise you, especially on one-day prep. They run so many tough actions, misdirections. You have to have great talk, great communication.
The Tech bench provided just 4 points in last night's game, which is the lowest output since the Miami loss 2 weeks ago. Ironically, though, the Hokies and the Canes will meet again this Saturday in Miami. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure a very intense game. I bet the audience in there was just crazy. So let's wish our boys some luck, man. I know they're going to do well as long as they keep on fighting. I already say, long as you keep fighting, you can't win them all, but at least you can fight your hardest to do so. We got to get to this, man. Freezing for a reason. You know the polar plunge is right here. We got the New River Polar Plunge almost here. It is an event that raises money to benefit the athletes and programs of Special Olympics Virginia. Southwest Virginia's largest fundraiser for Special Olympics, and help support more than 14 sports, tournaments, and competitions local athletes participate in. This year's plunge is Saturday, February the 17th at Bissett Park in Radford. If you want to see your favorite WSLS anchor, go for the code. You can vote who you'd like to see take the plunge. Voting closes tomorrow night, and you have to be an insider to vote. It's completely free. I know so far, at last check, I think Duke was leading the charge right now. So, yeah, I'm going to automatically do it. I know you can vote for me, and that's fine. You can do it if you want. But let's get Duke in there, because I know Duke, he's getting a bit nervous as we get closer and closer. He still leads in the polls. He's always saying, hey, let's put Lindsay out there. Let's put this person out there. No, let's keep Duke going in the number one slot. I will be there as well, again, taking the plunge. But again, we are raising money for a good cause. So if you guys could, go to my website, and I am taking this opportunity to try to raise funds because it's going to that good cause. Go to my Facebook page, my professional Facebook page. I have an article for the Polar Plunge. We're on a team here at WSLS. Go and donate, even if it's for $1. It can go a long way. So please, I am soliciting your donations. But yeah, let's make sure we raise enough money for Special Olympics Virginia. It's always a good deal right there. Let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels. You know, Special Olympics, the polar plunge is always a cold thing to talk about, and I definitely would not want to take the plunge if it was feeling like how I was feeling when I walked outside this morning. So let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels talking about these chilly temperatures on our Tuesday.
Hey there, guys. Happy Tuesday. A very light rain-snow mix coming in tonight into tomorrow morning. Any accumulation is going to be very light, mostly above the 2,500-foot level. Beyond that, we turn drier late in the week. Possible storm systems Sunday and Monday. Nothing to get too excited about just yet, but something that we're tracking over the next few days.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. We got a cool story, but I also want to show you guys something that one of you sent in to us. We're going to get to that right after the story because I think it deserves the recognition that it deserves, okay? So we got a cute competition that happened over in Japan of capybaras from 5 zoos, okay? So capybaras, the competition was to see how long do they bathe. I know it's a weird competition, but it's super cute, okay? So here's the deal. The event took place for the 12th time at this particular zoo. It says that zookeepers recorded the times each contestant entered into the hot bath and left. The winner, 10-year-old male capybara from Nagasaki, says that he won because he stayed in there for 2 hours and 53 minutes and 57 seconds. He just chilling, man. Let me just tell you, if I'm in a hot bath, especially if it's cold outside, if I'm in a hot bath, I don't care about people watching me or staring at me, but I guarantee you that I'm going to take my sweet time getting out of there. And he did just that. Look, we got this particular one. It was a 6-year-old female capybara. She came in second at 1 hour and 50 minutes and 49 seconds. So, yeah, look at that guy. Did you know these things could be pets? I didn't even know that. And I found out because we got this cool picture coming in from our pennant. Let's give some love to one of our viewers. Shannon sent this in because we were having a conversation about it earlier. We were talking about how cute these capybaras are, how they're just basically like large rodents. They, look like a guinea pig. And we made the comment saying how cute they were from a zoo's perspective, but they probably wouldn't be as cute running around in your house because, get this, they can run 20 miles per hour. Well, this particular viewer came in, Shannon, shout out to you. She says, LOL, the team just said the capybaras are cute because they aren't running around your house. Steve was offended. What in the world? Look how big Steve is. That's basically a human. And look at his little knees. I'm telling you, man, this blew my mind. So we just had to give some type of love to Shannon for sending this in, man. Thank you so much for sharing Steve with us. Steve, we apologize. We didn't realize that things like you could just run around. Like you look like you pay a bill in there. Like you look like you cook dinner for a living. This is a big thing. So yeah, if you guys want, go show Shannon some love on our Facebook page at WSLS.com. Go to the pins tab and comment on it because again, this was just an amazing picture. I know Jenna, she was looking at it, she was just like, oh my God, is this real? And I'm still thinking to myself, is this real? Because again, it looks like a human being in a capybara costume. So thank you so much, Shannon, for sending this to us. Let's get into our Super Bowl talk, man. Okay, so this is a unique story. Chiefs fans, they share their love in different ways. We talked about the cookie cake yesterday with Jason Kelly. They got the apparel and sometimes house decor. Well, this chick, she is all about the Cabbage Patch doll. The 80s doll says the Kansas City woman created a homemade Cabbage Patch doll showing Travis, Taylor, Jason, and Donna Kelsey. And it started from an idea on Travis and Jason's podcast where they talked about signing baby dolls.
So I took my son's 1985 Cabbage Patch doll, which had this green uniform on, and changed it to a Travis Kelsey doll and started taking it to the ball games and any place I thought Travis was going to be, trying to get him to autograph it.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten that autograph just yet, but she says that it's fun to grow the Kelsey Cabbage Patch family. Yo, where is Jason's, or not Jason, but Travis's goatee? Look at this. This is supposed to be him, and his little face is too naked. Come on, Travis. Anyways, if you guys are into Cabbage Patch dolls, I'm not a big Cabbage Patch doll fan. They kind of creepy looking to me, but then again, I wasn't born in the 80s either, so I'm not throwing shade at anybody. Look how you got like a Fireball bottle. I see y'all got Travis drinking. All right, well, hey, if you guys are into this or you guys are into doing like unique things for your team, go right ahead. And I already know people are all about Super Bowl, especially the Chiefs themselves. So, hey, you know, to each their own, do your thing, man. Hopefully get some attention so you get that doll signed. And speaking of the Super Bowl, man, those tickets are crazy. Super Bowl tickets aren't cheap, especially this year. One ticket reseller says that the average price for a seat, $9,800. What in the world? StubHub reporting the most expensive ticket listed is more than $85,000 and includes a VIP package. There's no denying that Taylor Swift's presence at this year's game will also impact the prices as she cheers on Travis Kelsey. And then airlines, they're also getting in on the action. American Airlines and United both adding special flights between Kansas City and Las Vegas with special flight numbers like 1989, which is a nod to the year Swift was born and her most popular album. I do know, I heard that there were some people that were also, flights that you would take, they were going to be playing Taylor Swift music during the flight. I'm not, I kind of would probably put my headphones on at that point because again, I'm not throwing shade at Swifties. I'm not throwing shade at Taylor. It's just not my cup of tea. She's doing her thing. I appreciate the business mogul she has become in all of this. So shout out to her. And I do know, and I do feel like they're already expecting her presence there to make the Super Bowl numbers go up even higher. I will say this, there is a story, somebody made a post the other day that was saying that, hey, for the longest time, I wanted my daughter to watch a football game with me. And then she found out that, Taylor started going to games. And she said that for the first time, his daughter is sitting side by side, interested in the game because Taylor Swift is there. Glass half full kind of situation, do your thing. I personally would like to stop seeing the little glimpses of Taylor Swift because I'm like, okay, we get it. That's enough. I'm one of those people. I still think that their whole relationship is a business transaction. And I know I'm probably going to get scorned because everybody's just like, you hating. No, I'm not hating. I'm just simply saying that I just got trust issues in those situations. And again, it's Taylor Swift. Who am I to her? Let the girl ain't think about us. If she in love with Travis, go ahead and do your thing. I can have an opinion on it. And my opinion is that, okay, chill out. So I personally want to see the 49ers win because, again, the 49ers, I think, have played a better season than the Kansas City Chiefs. That's just my opinion, but I know some people are hoping that the 49ers win. So Taylor Swift and them could stop having all the attention. That's some people's opinion. But, yeah. Either way, what are yours? And again, we're going to get to Jazzy Jazz later on because we are taking a poll. I want to know, do you guys want to watch the Super Bowl because of the Chiefs? You want to see them win? Or do you want to watch it because you want to see the 49ers win? Or are you watching it just for the commercials? Please get those votes in right now because we get to Jazzy Jazz. We're going to figure out the results. I personally want to see the 49ers win. But again, the commercials are pretty cool too. Let's get to this story. This one blew my mind. We broke it earlier in the show when it was coming in, and we were just like, wait. I was like, wait, what is happening again? Well, Dunkin' Donut is in some hot water because a group of lactose-intolerant customers are suing them for $5 million. Here's why. Lawsuit alleges that the coffee and donut chain overcharged customers for non-dairy alternatives. The plaintiffs ordered drinks that includes milk as a part of the regular menu item and were charged up to $2.25 for the item to be made with alternatives such as soy, oat, coconut, or almond milk. The lawsuit claims that lactose intolerance is a disability, and charging people with this disorder is a violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. So, my thoughts have always been when people have way too much time on their hands and they want to go after people just to be going after people. Okay, cool. How about this? How about you go to the store, buy your own alternatives, go to Dunkin'. You could also choose a different chain. You could go somewhere else. That could help. You know, you ain't got to just personally go after Dunkin' because you want to bury them with $5 million. You could get your typical coffee, say, okay, no milk at all, and get your stuff, go home and pour the milk in your cup. Okay? Inconvenient, whatever. It's life. Deal with it. So my thing is that sometimes people want to sue people for any little bitty thing. And like the argument goes that once somebody bends to one particular body, everybody and their mama is going to have to bend. So you might as well just go around and picking every single place to sue them for alternatives that they have to use. That stuff costs money. So anyways, you've heard it from me. Let's go to you, because you guys had a lot to say about this situation. If you thought this lawsuit holds water or not. All right, so again, we're talking about this lawsuit regarding people who are on lactose intolerance. There's a group of them. They're trying to sue Dunkin' because they're like, you're charging us too much upcharging us because we can't have milk and we got to pay extra for almond milk or all the little special things and all this stuff. So people got some really good arguments. So let's get right into it. Heather Lovelight says that it's about time they charge way almost $1 more. So she's all about the lawsuit. Kyle says, LOL, so shouldn't this lawsuit be filed against Starbucks too then? And then somebody else responded saying, yes, they charge a lot for soy milk, etc. I don't buy Starbucks, my daughter does. So basically, you have like I think a mixture. Somebody is for the lawsuit, and then somebody's just like, okay, well, if we're going to sue them, we got to go after everybody else, all the other little chains. Okay, so this comment coming in from Dennis says that I stand against any form of intolerance, include lactose and lactose hate. So I think he's kind of trolling this lawsuit, I think. This particular comment is coming in from Michael. He says that how it costs more in the grocery store too. So they're suing Stop and Shops too? Good question. Again, this stuff isn't cheap. You know, people got to go out and make this stuff. It just doesn't come out of a teat. I don't think this is like a direct attack to people who are lactose intolerant. Okay, Danny comes in and says that you got to be kidding me. All of the stuff going on in the world, and we need to deal with a lawsuit about lactose intolerance. Then Cody says, just when you think people can't get any more trivial. And then another person commented and says, for the love of ... A lot of people are impatient about this, but this particular blogger actually mentioned, he said something I think is very interesting, okay? So this is coming from Rob G. Williams. He says, today's blog, ridiculous lawsuit. He says that Dunkin' sue for upcharging non-dairy milk alternatives. I love Dunkin' coffee and live on it. Some crybabies are suing Dunkin' because they add additional charges for dairy-free milk substitutes. As a guy who is lactose intolerant, I simply stop using milk and avoid the substitutes. The people who filed the ridiculous lawsuit can do the same. Dunkin' has a right to charge more for adding an expensive product to a drink. It's like ordering at Starbucks or an alcoholic beverage at a bar. Retailers have to cover their cost. Nothing is free, nor should it be. No wonder courts are overloaded with cases. If I were a judge, I would dismiss the stupidity. He has a point. 100%. That's my thoughts. I'm just like, dude, come on, man. You guys just got to complain about every single thing. And like I said, there is another solution to all of this good stuff. And you know what that solution is? Okay, if you just got to go to Dunkin' Donuts, you just got to go to Starbucks, you got to go to all these places, and you can't have milk, this is not them coming after you like an attack. That's the same thing as saying that people with asthma are going after everything because they're just like, yo, I got to spend money for a pump. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that was kind of a weird analogy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, dude, people, this company is not, I feel like they're not purposely going out their way to make you feel discriminated against. And if anything, and if you're just so bent out of shape about convenience, there are alternatives that you can choose rather than try to take the company down with a lawsuit. I know you're like, $5 million is nothing to Dunkin'. That's still money. That's still money out of somebody's paycheck. I know they probably got an insurance deal and all that stuff, but whatever. Don't waste your time. Don't waste people's energy. Don't get the milk. Don't get the substitutes. Go buy your own substitute from the store. And like that guy said, that stuff is expensive everywhere. So what, we just gonna go around suing every single place? Come on now. Anyways, that's my thoughts. I'm gonna get to Jazzy Jazz on this as well, because I can't wait to hear her thoughts. And before we get to that, we gotta talk about this viral video, man. Again, we were talking about the state trooper dealing with this. Check this out.
Okay, that took a long time.
He's conducting a traffic stop, and then out of nowhere
This is
comes
scheduled.
this.
Not taking you to jail. Let you drive off.
Very disturbing to watch. Yeah. Talk about scary. You know, I don't know what that person was doing, but here's the story behind this viral video. This is recent release from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, shows the heart-stopping moments of
362
a
City,
traffic
hit
stop
by car.
crash
Starting
that
ahead.
hurt a trooper and two drivers. Happened on January the 18th along Interstate 40 in Canadian County, Oklahoma. Trooper Jesse Gregory was conducting the routine traffic stop when the driver of the black SUV slammed into the back of a parked vehicle. The video shows Gregory flipping backwards and tumbling through the grass along the side of the interstate. The white SUV was mangled from the crash, and the black SUV can be seen flipping down the road as the officer called for help on his radio. Luckily, get this, the trooper is suspected to be okay. In fact, all three of the people involved in this incident had been treated and released. This is a bizarre situation because, again, you never know what people are dealing with. And my thing is that this should be like a clear warning to people. You know how when you see those emergency vehicles parked on the side of the road, if you see somebody parked on the side of the road, it's always important to take your time, slow down. And granted, I don't know what the situation is with the black SUV and why he just flew out of nowhere, but this should be a warning to people that you need to be careful because that could have ended in a very horrible fashion. Let's bring Jazzy Jazz in there. Jazz, are you with me?
Yeah, good morning.
Girl, we got a jam-packed show today, man. A lot of stuff.
A lot of crazy stuff today, especially that video of the trooper, man.
Right, like, you know, and like I said, we don't know the circumstances of this black SUV, why that got out of control the way it did. But again, this should just clarify the importance of being careful when you see those vehicles parked on the side of the road.
Exactly. It's really important to proceed with caution when you do see those vehicles because that could have been a very drastic situation. And I'm just glad that he wasn't seriously injured or worse. Seeing the footage this morning made me, like, it shocked me just viewing the footage and seeing how close it was to hitting him. And I'm glad he was able to kind of think on his toes and dive forward so that he wasn't hit or hurt too badly, because I can only imagine what would have happened if he wasn't thinking on his toes and if he didn't react as quickly as he did. And like you said, this just shows how important it is for people to move over when they see a vehicle like that stopped, because if you don't, I mean, you could have possibly killed the trooper, the driver, and yourself.
Yeah.
And the person in the vehicle and yourself and the trooper. So I'm just glad that it didn't end or turn up into a very unfortunate situation. I'm glad no one was seriously hurt, and I'm glad everyone survived that because that looks absolutely horrific. And I can only imagine how the trooper feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He dodged the car, literally. So check this out. You know, I was revved up about this Dunkin' Donut lawsuit, you know, and I know I said my part because, like I said, this is one of those shows where we have that back and forth. Don't take what I say as law. Don't be trying to clap back at me and calling me all these kind of hateful names or whatever. I'm just simply stating, from my perspective, I think this is a little extra. What do you think, Jazz?
Yeah, I mean, $5 million. I don't know what are they looking to get out of that.
Yeah.
You know, because Duncan could easily lower the prices, but to sue the entire establishment or the chain rather for $5 million is a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand how they feel because you shouldn't have to pay extra for if you deal with these food intolerant struggles. I know my mom, she's lactose intolerant, and I know it's frustrating, but even with her, like, she finds different ways to kind of make up for it.
Yeah.
Suing the company for $5 million. I understand the frustration, but I think it's the $5 million that gives me a pause.
Yeah. And you know, for me, it's like, okay, so I don't drink coffee, but I would also say, hey, hold the milk. Can you add almond milk? You know, that's just an automatic expectation that that's going to be a little bit more because that requires more, you know, more service to get that particular product, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm just like, dude, it's like when you're gonna have to sue everybody if that's the case. Like, I don't know. I don't look at it like they went out their way to discriminate against people with lactose intolerant, I just feel like there's a better way to go about this. I'm pretty sure they could have had a whole conversation with them about ways that they could probably lower the price, but to sue them, that's somebody trying to get some money.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even I'm looking it up now. I'm about to see what the price is in the grocery store for almond milk versus.
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. I only drink almond milk. I literally only drink almond milk.
Right?
Huh?
I said, yeah, because almond milk is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive. So if they're going to sue Dunkin' Donuts, are they going to sue grocery stores as well?
Right.
Franchises that sell almond milk. So I think it's a lot going on here, and I think we're going to take a step back and consider the fact, like you said, that it requires a bit more work on their end to add the almond milk as opposed to regular milk, and it's also more expensive in grocery stores as well.
Yeah.
So it's not expensive in grocery stores, and it's not expensive in general. So Dunkin' needs to find a way to make up for those extra fees that they're paying to get this product. So I don't think it's like you said, I don't think it's intentional by any means to discriminate against people who are lactose intolerant. Again, my mom and my brother, they all are lactose intolerant, and I couldn't see them even putting up a fuss, let alone moving forward with a $5 million lawsuit.
Right. Yeah, dude.
It's like a petition, maybe, but $5 million, I think they're just paying for a payday.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm just like, Duncan, you're doing exactly what you want to do. You have the right to charge what you want. It's just like me going to like Buffalo Wild Wings and wanting some hot wings, and it caused me indigestion. Because I know I got like, you know what I'm saying? And I got a situation that goes on that happens with me. Every time I eat these wings, I'm going to sue them because I want them to accommodate my personal issues. I don't know. That's just me. But let us know what y'all's thoughts are, including the Super Bowl. So, Jazz, do you got the mega poll up?
Yes, I do. So right now, it looks like the Chiefs are in the lead.
What?
Yes.
What?
I'm for the Chiefs. But I also think that a lot of people are siding with the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift.
Oh my God! See, there's some Swifties. The Swifties are coming in and voting. So what's the actual like poll? What's the numbers?
So right now we have 14 responses, and the 49ers have they're at 29%, and the Chiefs are at 71%.
Oh
so
my
they
God.
are squashing.
Dude, man, y'all Swifties, stop it.
Raiders are coming in full storm.
Yeah.
So if you want to vote and get on the fun, like show us who you're rooting for, you can head to WSLS.com, and we have a poll, an article with a poll on our website, and we're also publishing it multiple times a day to our Facebook and Twitter. This is a super fun way to get involved and like just voice who you're rooting for.
Yeah.
And everyone has their scene. So
Wow.
yeah, it takes people like 5 seconds. So.
Well, I want the 49ers to win even more now. So take that. But again, I understand whoever wins because both of those teams worked hard to get there. I just want the 49ers to win. And not because of Taylor Swift. I want them to win because I think they deserve it. Jazz, do we have any viewers or comments today? I know we're going long today, but it was a good show.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. We don't have any comments. Like I said, we had a lot of stuff today and a lot of crazy footage. So if you're watching this later on today, you can still leave a comment and we'll read those tomorrow and then show them in tomorrow's episode. So you can leave a comment on our website at WSWest.com, on Facebook, or on YouTube. Again, we love seeing you guys' comments because we always talk about really just crazy, exciting stories. Some, like you said, Jackie says, make you scratch your head. Some makes you smile. So we just love hearing you guys' thoughts and like what you have to say about the different stories that you share. So join the conversation, leave a comment. Again, we would love to hear from you.
All right, Jazz. Thank you so much, girlie. All right, guys. Thank you so much for dealing with us again. We usually have a 20-minute show. This is like a 31-minute show so far. Actually, going into 32 minutes. So, yeah, either way, thank you guys for joining us. Again, we had a lot to discuss, and I want to hear your thoughts on the different things that we discussed. So, especially the Dunkin' Donut lawsuit. Like, just give me your thoughts. Again, we like that conversation, that back and forth. And again, get your votes in. So, if all my 49er fans out there, let's vote. Let's give these Swifties something to battle it out. Give them some type of competition. But again, I love you guys, all of you. Thank you so much for watching us today. And we'll be back here again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com for the morning sprint.